7,057 likes I just saw like right now, and 3,256 dislikes. But meanwhile, only 312 views. There's YouTube freedom of speech for you. They skew the numbers of how many views you get on purpose, because God forbid what really matters to the people and what really should be out there in the media get attention. Instead, they want you to look at lol's cats. This is a lot of people are upset about this video, obviously, and it just boggles my mind that you worry about this girl, but you don't worry about the disciplining of you and other people like you every day by people much more anonymous than this guy. He's obviously a judge, and you know how judges are. They think they know everything. And, this guy's a dick, and he deserves to be humiliated, and now everybody knows what an asshole he really is, but it's menial in comparison what you let get away with every day. Is this what it takes? Does it take you seeing a little girl get bludgeoned to wake you up? I can't even really say little girl. She's 16. So, but is this what it takes? Does it take someone to get physically assaulted to raise your attention? Because how is this any different than what internet moderators do to us? How is this any different that the accomplice, known as the wife, who apparently gets no blame magically, even though she was right there witnessing the whole thing, but she says something along the lines of, you need to learn obedience and be an adult and take it. What adult takes it? Adults can rationalize that they can't just leap into problems like Leroy Jenkins, but that's not really taking it. That's being patient and waiting for an opportunity not to take it. There's also the adult motive of trying to rationalize, which usually does not work, especially with parents, but the concept is always there that you can reason with somebody. Adults realize that problems are going to persist all throughout their lives, and so they prioritize. But to suggest that an adult simply takes it is wrong, and it's misleading, and you should not teach your child such a concept. And, well, maybe she just worded it wrong, but I don't think she did, considering the fact that she just stood by and let this happen. So, that's the mentality of a lot of you. Don't try to deny it. You let this happen to you every day when you let someone dictate what you can and cannot say. As we speak, YouTube is disciplining you right now, and YouTube may as well have bludgeoned me like this with a fucking belt over the crap I've said. And just like that girl, what can you possibly do that's so bad to deserve the initiation of force? Apparently, from what I heard on this video, she downloaded some movies and video games. Ooh. That didn't cost her parents anything. That didn't cost anybody anything. It maybe costed the companies of those movies and video games a fraction of a cent. And you know what? They deserved it. Because if they have the ability to reproduce their product infinitely, and they're charging like, $30 for a DVD and $60 for a video game, they are criminals. Especially when they can ban you from their video game servers anytime they want, for any reason they want. They don't care about you. You're cattle to them. So you know what? You should steal from them. They're lucky you're not stealing directly from their pockets and taking their credit cards and jacking them up. But apparently that concept is lost to a lot of people because they're stupid. I don't see them as so shocking. Oh my god. This is the byproduct of middle-class America. That is your typical household. That is your typical zombie that is ruled by the vampire elite that suck off the teat of the working class. You go to work every day, and that's what you look like. You know why you hate this? Because you just looked into a mirror for the first time in a long time, and you're not happy with what you see. So do something about it. Because every time you let some moderator tell you what you can and can't do, or what you can and can't say, you may as well be that asshole. Because what the fuck does YouTube have telling us what we can upload and what we can't upload? Does YouTube take legal responsibility for what we say? No. Does YouTube personally upload every video? No. YouTube doesn't do the work of making the videos. YouTube is not in any legal trouble for what we post. So why the fuck is YouTube getting to dictate it? That makes no sense, does it? If the FBI comes to investigate you for something illegal, why is YouTube getting to dictate what you can say? Until the FBI makes YouTube personally responsible for everything, YouTube doesn't get to say shit. You know, everyone always says, oh, well, it's just like a household. You know, that guy can beat up his kid because it's his household. Yeah, the guy also takes legal responsibility for beating up his kid. You notice that if she, like, takes his car and drives it into a telephone pole, it's the guy who pays the insurance. It's the guy who pays for the damages. He is legally responsible for everything. So parents, I give some leeway to, because they are legally held accountable for everything their stupid children do. But moderators aren't. So essentially, you're telling me that a moderator can get away with more abuse, more harassment, and with less reasoning behind it, and for doing a whole lot less, for having a whole lot less accountability. That makes no sense whatsoever. That is like, that is 100% irrational. That is literally, letting someone else get away with something far worse. There's just no question about that, and you don't seem to care. So get your priorities straight. You know, if you're gonna bash this judge guy for beating his kid, then bash yourself for letting moderators beat you. Get behind freedom from being banned and stop letting others push you around and tell you what you can and can't post. And if you buy a video game, you demand to be able to play that video game for the rest of your fucking life, because you deserve to. For $60, I expect a blowjob with my video game. But, you know, here I am being a nice guy and simply asking for you respect me as an individual, as a human being, and if I buy your stupid game, I expect to be able to play that game forever. And I don't want to hear this crap about how I can own the game but not own the right to go to servers, because I've been over this again and again. If I have to somehow crack servers but still pay for your game, I'm not going to pay for your game. I would just pirate it. And if I have to pirate it, then, you know, I might as well just fucking steal from you. Because if I know how to hack into servers and pirate and do all this shit and know all my ways around software and hardware, if I'm that smart, you're not going to get away with the way you mistreat me. I will make sure of it. So I would not encourage that if I were you, because I'm not that nice of a guy. I have some patience, but not a whole lot. So don't fuck with me. And that's the way you should live life. That's how an adult lives their life. An adult knows that you can't just go around beating people up. You can't go around using force against people. It's not healthy. It's not proactive. It's not practical. It's just, you know, it's more trouble than it's worth. However, if you just go through life letting others command you and letting others, you know, be your leader and not leading yourself, then you are going to live a very terrible, very painful and sad life.